Bombing, episode 111.
You guys are from Tennessee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else from
That's
Tennessee?
what the big flag is for.
I actually don't know my flags. I didn't know if that was... What's the racist flag? What's the...
The rebel flag. Yeah, it's actually behind that flag.
Oh, sick, dude.
We put this one up, the Tennessee one up.
To cover up the racist rebel flag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell
That
yeah,
is for
dude.
sure behind that.
That'd be sick.
Just because, we don't want our guests feeling uncomfortable,
That's cool.
Just, I can't imagine you staring at a rebel flag for the next 2 hours.
I feel like I'd be comfortable because I'm like, at least I know who you are. You know what I mean? Where it's like, there's no front. It's just, nice. Because what is the KKK against, like, Asians? Are they like, cool, you guys are chill? It's only black people, right?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't been to a meeting in a while. So.
Okay.
A little rusty.
Tell you next time I go, dude.
Well, Aldous, thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
dog.
you guys. I'm glad I felt really good when you guys asked, even though I was second string because Nick canceled for the fourth time.
Oh, this is the fourth time.
Don't even get me started.
Thank you, Nick Derval. You were a piece of shit, Nick.
He's never
It's
welcome
not
back.
a good guy.
No, he's not.
I know they say actions speak louder than words. Very good with words. Terrible guy.
Not great
in
with planning.
action. Not great with planning.
He will never be welcome back on. Nick D, that's 3 weeks in a row he's canceled. But
That's crazy. You guys kept trying.
That's
well,
okay.
we're still trying, actually. He's
just
actually
gonna-
scheduled for next Thursday.
He
Yeah.
won't be here.
So
Let me get double booked. Let me get a part 2 for this episode.
the D in Nick D stands for double booking all the time.
Nick, double booked DeRossel.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
bad
him.
guy.
But luckily, we got a very special guest, folks, on episode 111 of Bombing Podcast.
Yes.
Good number.
Host of the Drunk New Jokes show, Aldous.
The king himself.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank you for having me. I feel good.
Yeah, this
I
was a
feel
last
validated.
minute, very last minute.
Dude, you texted me about 45 minutes ago.
I did.
And I was having a weird day, but I was like, I'm going to get out of this rut by coming here. You guys ever have that?
Oh, yeah,
all the time.
Where it's like, I'm going to go, I have a bad day. I guess I'm going to do this open mic. You get there, it's an even worse day.
Yeah,
Where
terrible.
It's like, fucking.
It's
no
like doubling
context.
down on a hand of blackjack. You're like, I'll get it this
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And
oh,
you
you just
bomb
wait.
and you're like, fuck.
Maybe it's another mic. Boom. No, I'm going to quit next week.
Yeah, did you ever done a mic and then you kill and you're like, I'm going to do one more?
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah.
Big
dude.
bomb. And you're like, I should have gone home.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I pushed it there. Do you ever get in that mindset where it's like you're in the state of if you kill, it's a relief, but if you bomb, you're like, yeah, that was my last mic ever.
Yeah. I'm constantly a 5-minute set away from quitting every single week.
Because I always wondered, I was like, does everyone not feel good? Does everyone? That's whenever I'm like at mics, I'm looking at everyone. I'm like, is everyone doing better than me? This is what the fuck.
Okay, so this is how I look at it. I don't know about you guys. Every time that I like crush, have a fucking killer set, I'm like, I'm the voice of a fucking generation, dude. I'm the hot shit. The second I bomb, I'm like, what does a gun barrel taste like, actually?
It's a bad feel. It's like a.
It kind of retells yourself, like proves to yourself like the bad thoughts that you already have. You're like, you bomb and you're like, I knew I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. It's always valid, but when I kill, it's like, that's true too.
That is also true. I knew I was great. I knew I was amazing. Yeah, dude. Host of the Drunk New Joke Show. We've talked about it before. We've been on it a couple times.
We cannot sing its praises high enough. Guys, if you're in LA, it's the most fun show that you can go to.
It really is.
Thanks,
and we've said this before, but it is true. For any new viewers listening, it's not like a normal show. There's like this gimmick behind it that is so fun to watch and be on.
Thank you.
It's just fun.
That's very nice of you. I was like because I feel like I wanted to like do a show because everyone wants to like produce a show, but it's also so much work. It's also now you have to be a Guy Rubin, love you Guy Rubin, but it's also it's a business and you're fuck, I gotta bring people into these seats.
You gotta sell tickets.
You
man.
gotta sell tickets and like it turns into because like you could do like big shows and then do like the Comedy Store and the Improv, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're funny. It means if you could bring people.
Yeah.
And that doesn't ever mean you're always funny. Like,
Yep.
So then like I made this show and I was like, what's a show people would just want to come to, period? Like right now it has to be a bringer. It's not going to be forever, but it's just like, we're just building it up, working out the kinks. But I just want to be a show where it's like, just come hang out, guys. It's fun. You're going to get hammered. You might hear the N-word.
Yeah. might.
It happened. Censor's name. That was crazy. He did it. He
Really?
Did, yeah. Wait,
White guy, by the way.
White guy. Very white guy.
Drop the hard R.
He did it hard.
He Kramered himself.
Yeah. But It was crazy, but it still
He
got a
pulled it
laugh.
off. He had to take a shot, folks.
Yeah, he had to take a shot.
Yeah, drunk dude jokes. You have to take big swings.
Yeah,
We've explained the premise of it before, but it's you recently changed it. Now it's just new jokes.
I think we're going back to just a little bit of old jokes.
You think so?
I think we're gonna do. So how it starts is 2 minutes old jokes just to win the audience over, and
Let
then
them know you're actually funny.
Yeah, let them know you're actually funny.
Which is important because,
Yeah.
like, especially if you're doing just new stuff, you need to prove that, like, hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
But please, this is new material.
Yeah, it's just to win them over right from the top. Because if you just start off from the top, new jokes, you're just bombing. You're gonna black out and take like 8 shots.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that happened to me for a show. It was 2 minutes old jokes to win them over, and then 4 minutes new jokes.
Yeah.
And then if the crowd doesn't laugh, the judges and the audience collectively decide if it's funny or not. And if it's not funny, everyone starts chanting, "Take a shot."
Yeah.
And it's turned into a party,
It has.
and it's so fun.
It's the crowd there is that's what's fun about it is like you're an audience member, and normally at comedy shows like you're just supposed to sit there and be quiet and laugh or don't.
Yeah.
But you are like part of the show as
Yeah.
an audience member, and it's just so fun to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so cool because everyone hangs on at every word because they just want to see like, ooh, is he gonna fuck up? Is he gonna fuck up? Is she gonna fuck up? So
And it's just brand new jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't know how it's gonna go.
yeah, and it's wetter. It's basically just a drunk open mic
Yeah.
with a crowd, and it's
It devolves into chaos some nights, though.
Yeah.
Towards the end, you really want that like first 5 going up time slot.
yeah.
Because the audience is drinking, everybody's drinking.
You're
so
handing out shots to people in
yeah,
the crowd.
yeah. So like, if you're going on like second to last or last, you could have a joke that does well, but then the crowd's like, "Fucking
like, shut
drink,
the fuck
dude."
up, bitch.
I was talking with Logan Kiros. He leaned over and he said, "I think this is the only show that I'm sad to be a headliner on." Because
That's so funny.
you dream to be a headliner, and then you get on a show like this, and you're like, "Fuck, the crowd's hammered. They're hammered. Oh, and they're sick of old, new jokes, you know."
I actually don't know because I've been very hammered towards the end, so I don't know what it's like. I'm just like, I'm drunk. I feel like everyone's drunk, and I passively realize everyone's drunk, but I don't realize how chaotic it is. I haven't seen it as a sober guy, so as
Neither have I.
Oh, you guys have been completely drunk too. Oh fuck! All right, I'm gonna ask Nick how these go because Nick is the only sober one at these.
He's a good one.
He keeps saying he's gonna drink again though, and I'm like, I don't know.
How long's he been?
He's been sober for about a year and a half.
Okay.
But he's like, dude, I'm so excited to just drink again when I move out. And I'm like, out of sober living? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wouldn't that be so dark? Just a dude who's been in rehab for like his second time, and then he relapses on the show.
That'd be terrible.
But it'd be like,
It'd be good footage for
yeah,
that.
that's what. That's the right thing to do. Because
Actually, like 2 years sober down the drain, take the shot. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good clip. He might have to do it just for the numbers.
yeah, that's true.
If he schedules the way that he drinks, I don't think he's ever gonna drink again.
That's true, dude.
When's your next show?
It's gonna be 6/8. Yeah, on the next Saturday.
We'll put the flyer up.
Thank you.
I saw the lineup. It was really good.
Thank you. I'm excited. We have Opie. We have Doc Willis from Bad Friends. Well, he's not
Oh,
part of the
nice.
show anymore, but him. We had Willie Simon Flake.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed. I was like, he's a very big name. I'm not butthurt at all. That I was just thankful you responded to my DM, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just to even get a okay, and then
Yeah.
But now you can reach out again and be like,
Yeah.
come back on.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's so cool when you meet comics that big, or like who are like comics or regulars, and they are just like, like they're so nice. They're nicer than open micers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be some sort of feeling of accomplishment in them they're like, I made it through the ringer, kind of.
or at least like a dropped shoulders, like a sense of relief. It's like, okay, I've made it now.
I wonder, do you think that's when it's the Comedy Store? When you get that regulars? Like, when is it? When are you just chill?
I think
I
after
have
the
no
day
idea.
job.
It's
Yeah.
after the day job quit.
Yeah.
Okay.
After
That's-
you can do stand up full time, and that pays for your way too expensive apartment in Los Angeles.
that's true.
And gas and food and all that. I think that's when you can drop your shoulders.
Yeah, Willie.
Guy
Willie
Rubin's
Simon's not
chilling
working a day
so
job,
hard right now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, and that's what all the comics we know are pushing for right now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's because he travels a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But also, comics are just they're cool people, but there's also like, even if there's a bigger comic that you bump into, like you were hanging with Jeff Dye the other night.
Yeah.
And,
That's cool.
and there, and, you know, he's like, oh, Jeff died, but it's like
He just got done doing Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
And he gave me
crazy.
tags for jokes.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, because
cool.
he was like headlining the gig, and it was what was it? It was my my joke about dumb art. He like I walked in and I was like, hey, you know, thanks for coming, man. We were shooting it up. He was like, you need to do this to this joke, like
Oh.
tighten this up. And I was like, thanks.
When
Like,
you got
you know,
egotistical, you're like, who the fuck are you? Who the hell is this guy?
I'm just glad he liked one of my jokes. I was like, all right, I'm
that's so
not
cool.
a fucking bum, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool, because if they remember, that means something. That's
and,
very cool.
and at the end of the day, it's like we're both comics. You know, we're both, and I think I don't think that kind of changes. It's like we're all doing the same thing here.
Yeah.
Sure,
Well,
you're big and I'm whatever.
Like
but-
when we ran into Bobby Lee that one time at the we were hanging out in like the bar front at the Comedy Store, and Bobby Lee just came up and we told him that we were comics, and he was like, follow me, and just like led us into the OR, and who was walking on stage?
it was Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence,
Oh,
like,
wow,
as he was
Martin
walking on
Lawrence?
stage, and we got to watch the rest of the set that night.
That's so cool.
Comics are nice people
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah, open micers are mean.
They're
Is
they're
that-
like
you guys
scared
agree with it?
rats. They're like fucking. I don't even know how to describe how chaotic an open mic is.
Yeah, there's like, I feel like I've met people. You guys watched the movie Soul on Pixar?
No.
Have you watched? No, Soul on Pixar. But basically, it was like this dude who was just like obsessed with the dream, where he wasn't living life. Like he'd go to his day job, but not really connect with anyone at all, and then grind out playing the saxophone or something, waiting for that big break. And he's like 38, 40, and then his mom's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like not even enjoying it. But then finally, he gets the gig of his life, and then it happens. But then he's just like a pit of despair after, because he's like, oh, I thought it'd be more. So it was like 38, 40 years of waiting for that big break. But there's no
find out
resolution. His shoulders never dropped.
Oh man.
And there, I feel like sometimes at mics, I'm like, this old man is so mean, and I'm just trying to do my racist stuff up here. Now you want to ruin my night at the Hollywood Comedy?
Dude, that's
you
what
know-
it is. We're all grinding out shitty day jobs.
Yeah.
And then the real work happens at night at these shitty open mics.
Yeah.
Waiting for a big break. And then you do get one. And I think it depends on the person. But, like, you know, I get, like, a good show. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
That'll carry me through 3 weeks of this shitty day job that
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you guys tell your coworkers that you do comedy?
I had
Or you keep it under
I
wraps?
had a coworker and his girlfriend at my last show.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a frequent customer of where I work.
Oh, that's so
came.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
I don't open with it.
Okay.
But-
Yeah, you can't go out of the gate. Look,
Hey.
I avoid it for as long as possible,
Yeah.
because the worst conversation to have, especially with like a new coworker, is the I do stand up comedy conversation.
Tell me a joke.
Because it always goes
Show
the
me
same
your
way.
dick.
You go, they ask you, hey, what do you do? You go, I hang out, we go to the beach once.
Chilling.
Yeah, and then they go, no, like, what do you really do, like outside of work? And then you have to spill the beans. You're
Yeah.
like, I do stand up comedy, and they go, oh,
No fucking yeah.
I'll come to one of your shows.
And they don't.
Yeah,
they never.
never
They're not
fucking
gonna
do.
come. Yeah.
No, except for Brittany. Shout out Brittany Starr.
Thanks,
Thank
Brittany.
you.
You're
Thank
real.
you.
It's a very porn
Coworkers,
star name.
Coworkers coming to one of your shows is about as reliable as Nick D showing up to the podcast. It's not gonna happen.
Not a good guy.
They will not be there.
Yeah, dude. They will plan something after they commit. It's crazy.
Or you know what the other thing is? They're like, oh, you know what? I've been thinking about something that's funny.
Oh.
I have an
yeah.
idea. You should do this on stage. And they're like,
Okay.
you know how like men and women are like different? You should go and say that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be so
Yeah,
funny?
nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, yeah, I'll use that.
And then you do it, and then it kills.
You're like, fuck.
It's better than all my stuff, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Fuck, he was right. And now you have to do the secret life of asking your coworker for jokes, and then grow your feeding fan base for your coworkers'
Oh,
jokes.
shit. What do you do?
What do
during the
zins
day?
taste like? I work in marketing for like
Marketing?
a camera lens company.
Because I always see you running around with cameras shooting shit
Yeah.
but it's a good job. It works with stand up because you need the nights off.
Yeah. I need the nights. I mean, I feel like I have the best boss ever. Like he sees I do stand up and he sees I'm chasing something, so he's like, dude, like go do your thing if you
Good.
need to. Like if you want to try use gear, go for it. And I'm like, there's so many bosses who are like, what the fuck are you doing with all this hateful material on stage? Just quit and just work here. Like, so yeah, I have like the best boss ever.
That's so important. You got
Yeah.
a boss like that.
Yeah, just
That's
like
so
that.
cool.
She came
It-
to one of my shows.
Oh, that's
Two-
so nice.
2 of them, actually.
That small push is really what helps you. But then there's like, like this has happened at like other old day jobs where you just say you're chasing something and they just call it gay. And
Yeah.
then-
Yeah.
But it's like not even like we're not even cool yet, but they're actually just the straight up hater.
Yeah.
What the hell's up with that? What are those people?
They're the people who aren't chasing something.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
they're
That's
just
true.
they're just empty inside.
That's what it is. You hear that, Taylor from Auntie Anne's in 2017?
Auntie
Fuck
Anne.
you, Taylor. Fuck you, Taylor.
I hold grudges, dude. Are you guys grudge people?
Grudges. I've had grudges, but I've also let grudges go. You know.
How do you do that?
Just I don't
I don't
know.
learn, dude. I think about this dude Taylor from Auntie Anne's. I'm like, why do you call that World Star hip hop video gay? You know, like
It can eat away at you.
My anger leaves very quickly. It's very very intense and then very fleeting.
oh wow. Is that just the way you were raised?
I don't
assume.
I don't know what that is. That's for some poor lady in a therapist's office in Santa Monica someday.
Ah, that's
She's
true.
gonna hear all about it.
She's gonna hear all about it.
Fuck.
I guess
Yeah.
my latest grudge is on Nick Dervasila. I think so. I'll probably hold that grudge until he comes on, and then I'll make
Okay.
fun of him really hard,
That's cool.
and then that's
Okay.
how I'll get the.
That's gonna be like a 7-year grudge, dude.
It is,
That-
yeah, it
that's
is.
all right.
I'll get really mad about some stuff and then wake up and be like, "Fuck, I have to go to fucking work." And then like,
just forget about
I
it.
just have too much going on to like stay that mad.
Okay, all right. Get busier. You're right. I'm gonna get in chest
Yeah, put
again.
more on your
Fuck.
plate,
Yeah,
Aldus.
Do more
Fuck,
open
I'm
mics.
Do more open mics.
Put all that energy into writing some jokes.
Fuck. I think you're right.
That's it.
I don't know how to write jokes right now.
You got jokes.
But like I don't. I literally started seeing how jokes work. I think like the beginning of this year, because my thing is words. Say something fucked up and mean.
That's pretty.
That's
pretty
what it
good.
is.
That's not a
Good
bad
analogy.
formula, man.
But it's sometimes the say something. It goes for like 3 minutes, and then I tell someone, they're like, "Why are there so many words there? And why was there a B plot? And then why did that lead to something about Puerto Ricans?" You know, it's never.
You do like to attack. You like to,
Yeah.
you like to go on the
Yeah.
on the
He sends the
offense.
full plane into the joke.
Absolutely.
like
Has
it's,
that always been how you write?
I think so. Yeah, it's like say something, but like it's a weird formula because it's like you could only say fucked up things if they know who you are as a person. So if I try new open mic, be like, "Isn't rape cool?"
Well, let's.
I lose them every
let's
time.
Hear the
It's-
punchline.
okay, that's the that's the premise. You know how Norm Macdonald says the perfect joke is the premise and the punchline?
Yeah.
It's that.
That's it. Isn't rape cool? That's the joke.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I was walking on Sunset.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't. So I started. So I'm taking like a month off of open mics just to readjust.
That's probably healthy.
Because like it was at the point where I was writing jokes about jokes. You know where
That's
you're
the
writing.
worst. That's the worst.
That's the worst. Where you're writing stand up about stand up, and I'm like,
Terrible.
what am I doing? Like this is only for
There's
the
no
fourth
longevity
wall
to
no
it.
ho. Yeah, there's like a fourth wall no ho. Like this. It's a fourth wall no ho joke. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you only get it if you go there.
Yeah, as long as Joe's in the back, you'll kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Something I hate is when someone goes, they tell a joke, and it goes whatever, and then they go, I was telling that joke last week, and blank made
Yeah.
up story that never happened.
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
It's like, damn, it's cold last week in Palmdale.
Yeah.
There was like one
Meta
show a week
comedy,
in
what are we
Palmdale.
doing?
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I started like printing out like Louis C.K. transcripts and like highlighting where's the premise, where's the tag, where's that. His is like so well for every single punchline. Same with Luke Robert. Have you guys re-listened to any of his sets?
That guy is such a fucking killer.
What the fuck,
I
dude?
love that dude.
Luke Roberts. He's like a mirage.
I don't
in the
understand him.
He's like a ghost. She like drifts into open mics and then goes, and the funniest thing you've ever seen, and then like stumbles
Yeah.
out and leaves. And you're like, what the fuck? Was that?
He jumps off the building and you see him next
he's
week.
like Batman.
Yeah, dude.
I never thanked you. You'll never have to.
Yeah, dude, no one knows where he comes from or where he goes.
I'm like, what do you do during the day?
He's just there.
I don't imagine him serving food. I don't.
No
What is
idea.
it?
No idea, dude. My favorite Luke Roberts story. I've told this before on the podcast. I was at an open mic with him one time, and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Robert, whatever." And he goes up and he pulls out a ball of receipts, like long Walgreens receipts.
Yeah.
And it throws half of them on the ground, and pulls out the back of one and goes, "That's not the right one." And then and then reaches down and picks up an even longer receipt and goes, "All right." So, and then kills the whole time. He had all his jokes written on the back of something he
Wow.
bought like 20 minutes earlier.
Because
That
like
guy's an enigma, dude.
yeah, like I remember the first time I saw him. he opens up. There's a girl host at Badger and Jam, and then he goes up there, and then he sees a girl. He's like, ladies, he's like, it's so hard. You guys have tits and asses. Some people think I'm a rapist.
He's so good.
And he's banned from like 2 open mics, I think.
Yeah.
But I remember at first I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then like booking him for Jester's Court, like, because we recorded every set and then we rewatched every single one. And then I even showed his set to a friend who doesn't even go to like stand-up shows, and he was like, could you send me that? Like, he's being over the video funny is so impressive.
Yeah.
He's like definitely a comic for sure.
That's yeah.
Dude, and he's so unique. Like, I haven't run into a single person that like does stand up the way that he does.
Yeah.
And it's not even like he's not even trying. It doesn't feel like he's trying to do it. Like, that's just who he is to his core. It's like, you ever drink piss off a Filipino lady's foot? Like,
I've heard it put, he either murders or sinks the whole ship. There's no like, he was okay. He either murders or he just fucking takes the whole place down with him.
Yeah.
If he ever starts to bomb, he's like, I'm not bombing. We're tonight's bombing.
Dude, that's so impressive.
Yeah,
Just the
night.
Patrice thing.
It
That's
pretty
so
much.
cool. But he's also like, I remember for Jester's Court, before he went up, I just saw him in the green room by himself, pacing, looking in the mirror and be like, you got this.
Yeah.
You got this. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go out.
Getting in his little zone.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine him being nervous ever. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I don't even know. I think I booked him for like 1 or 2 shows. I don't think he has any idea who I am, dude.
Has he done the drunk new jokes?
He hasn't yet. I think I'd love to have him.
That's the perfect guest for Drunk Dude
Give him
Jokes.
an hour.
Yeah.
Give him an hour, dude.
He'd kill. I gotta ask, did you start stand up out here?
Yeah, I did like on like my 19th birthday. I did stand up for my first time, and then like I just didn't do it again for a while. And then
How did the first time go?
It was fine, but I was like, I'd throw up before shows.
No.
Like, it was like 2 years in until I stopped throwing up before shows.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like I started in LA, but I would just like dwell. I did a show, but then I'd probably do like 1 a year, so I wasn't really doing it. And then I started doing it more in college in Emerson College in Boston with Nick.
With Nick?
Yeah, with Nick.
Oh, right on.
And then yeah, it was just like, it was during COVID when we transferred in, so then we were just, there was no indoor shows, so then we just started doing open mics and shows at the park. So then it would just be like at the Boston Commons, and it'd be like 50 to like 100 kids just hearing us try out jokes.
Oh my God.
And then like everyone's masked up, and it's the most liberal school, I think, in the US. And I didn't understand like liberalism, like crazy liberalism makes it not fun. You know?
Yeah, you go up there, you're like, dude, how about rape? And they're
Rape is cool, right?
what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, it's like I'd start off like improv scenes and be like, "Hey, I'm a Mexican. Who wants to be a Mexican with me?" And they're like, "We can't do that." I'm like, "What's yes and?" This is crazy. So like and I was also like the only like not white kid.
Yeah.
But I'd still say race stuff, and people were like, "That one race guy is racist." And then Nick would also have my back, because he'd be like, "Yo, fucking, I'm going to finger a lady." So then Nick and I were just like in the corner just saying racist stuff, and everyone else was like doing act outs. You know? Nothing wrong with act outs. I love act outs. But like it was more theater-esque.
Y'all move here together?
No.
No?
So like my final semester of college, like it was spent here, and then I moved to LA, and then Nick moved here after graduation.
Right on.
And then, and then we started doing open mics together.
You started hitting the scene?
Started hitting the scene. Yeah, and then I remember like Nick was just terrified when we were, because he was living in like a sober living, and then that's just like and he was in like rehab.
Yeah.
Like sober living, that's like a rough place to be. And I'd bring him to like open mics, and he'd be like shaky at first, but then like I remember I noticed the point where he's just like very good again. It was like I think it was the first time I saw you guys. It was at a Badger and Jam mic.
That sounds about
Really?
right.
Yeah, and then
We
I
like
think
that place.
And then Nick got like an applause break at an open mic, and I'm like, I've never seen an applause break at an open mic, and I'm like, all right, Nick's back. This is cool.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, he's back, but still a flake and not a good guy. Not reliable.
Still never allowed on the
unemployed.
podcast.
No car.
Ugh.
Smells bad. Same hat.
Same hat. I was gonna do a riff on stage one time about. I was gonna say, yeah, Nick, get a new hat.
Yeah, dude. It looks like it smells bad. Like, how do you get brown stains?
It started out as a white hat. Now it's brown.
Yeah. It's
If he ever comes on, I'll fucking buy him a new hat.
yeah, and just make it dirty.
It's a terrible hat.
Yeah,
I hate that hat.
It's not a good hat.
What were the open mic comics like at Emerson College in Boston?
There was a
Because
lot.
I imagine just everyone doing a bad Bill Maher impression.
It was. I remember I mentioned I was like, yeah, I love Chappelle, and they're like, oh, you hate trans people? It went straight to there, and I'm like, am I wearing my shirt? I hate trans people. No, but it was just like, it was more. I'm gonna read the news about a person before I actually check out their stuff. Like everyone's goat was John Mulaney, who's really great, but Chappelle,
Yeah.
you know. So then it was more clean. It was more. It was just very, very clean and not risky.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound funny.
Yeah, but on Devil's Advocate, sometimes I or Nick or just a lot of people will just go for risky, no punchline. And that's also a rough place to be.
That is a very rough place.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it many times. Just a Hail Mary.
But it's fun when it works. It is like a.
I've seen it work. It's good.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I got that full court shot after 100 tries.
So why L.A.?
I'm from Santa Clarita.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that makes
so I'm
sense.
nearby. New York sounds cool. And like Austin, because it seems LA is more of a. There's a lot of showmanship and like, yeah, look how cool I am. But New York is so like intrinsic in the way they do stand up, where it's like all craft. We don't care if we get a show.
Yeah.
We just like the craft of it, and that's like really where the purists come out.
Would you ever go there?
I kind of want to move there for like a year.
That'd
Or
be
like
fun.
Austin. Yeah, why are you guys? Why'd you guys come to LA specifically?
Nashville is Music City, and it's not going to be anything else than Music City.
Oh, okay.
And it's not Comedy City, you know.
Damn.
There was a very clear limit to how far you could go in Nashville, and we knew that from just the jump. So it was like,
Yeah. Also, like we were at like a point in our lives where we were like, all right, we need to either like get out of here, or we're just going to be going to the lake every weekend with our buddies, and nothing's going to get done.
I see.
So it was either like New York was out of the question. That's crazy. But I always loved the idea like Southern California. It's like sunny. You got the beach. I always loved that.
That's cool. Why was New York out of the question?
Dude, I don't know. It just seems it fucking frightened me.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
was like,
Because are you guys like small city? Is it a
small town in a
small
big
town?
city. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
didn't know-
seem even achievable New York.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't
Okay.
know how to. I was like, well, what? Well, I need a car to get around. It seems so out of the question.
In New York?
Yeah.
Really? I feel like New York's more pro public transportation.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is that like we grew up in a small town right outside of Nashville, and it's like everyone had their truck. And
Oh, you're saying you'd prefer to have?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
I,
see. what you mean.
I didn't even know how to like begin to navigate that, but LA seemed. I was like, I could probably figure that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
I
transition
see.
from small town in Nashville to L.A. rather than to New York, it seemed a
I
lot more
see.
attainable.
Okay,
And we
that
liked the
makes
scene
sense.
out here. We fell in love with the Comedy Store.
Yeah, the
And-
store is sick.
Fucking loved the store.
Yeah, it is cool where you could just walk in the hallway and then see Tim Dillon and then Bobby Lee's pubes like
It's
the
amazing.
same night.
It's amazing.
It's-
That literally happened to us.
Yeah.
One time we got shuffled into the back of the main room, and they were like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Dillon." We were like,
That's so
blew our
cool.
minds.
Have you gone up at the store?
I got up. It was a 10-person bringer though, so I'm like, cool, I did it, but it's like
You do the potluck? You sign up for the potluck?
I haven't signed. I remember you telling me about the potluck. I still haven't done the potluck.
You gotta sign
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna sign up. That's a
You have to sign up every single week, and you'll get it like once a year.
okay. All right, I'm gonna try it.
Chances are very low.
So how does its best person to perform gets booked again, or it's just you just gotta get up?
It's just you get to kind of get up.
Okay.
Maybe something happens, but nothing really happens.
Oh, okay.
Maybe someone sees you, but probably not.
Because it's not like I was talking to Mike Sasson about this. He said the Comedy Store isn't like how it was when Mitzi Shore was there. Because now it's like if you're signed to like CAA or like UTA, then you'll get a higher chance of being passed, or you're a door guy.
Yeah.
But there's not as much auditions and getting passed anymore.
It's all gone, I've heard.
Yeah, that's
And there's not that like, someone saw me do the potluck set and then he gave me my big shot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's not, no, there's not comedians watching the potluck. You know what I mean?
But I feel like the new potluck in a way is Kill Tony with like Cam Patterson first try hit and now he's a star. You know what I mean? Where it's like at the store, it sounds like the old days was kill at the potluck. Now you're gonna be a regular.
Oh,
or
no,
you're gonna
it's
be
not.
invited back. Yeah, but like at Kill Tony, it's like
It can totally
yeah.
be that at Kill Tony.
Yeah.
That's what makes Austin seem so.
Will you guys do Austin?
Austin is just like Nashville. Yeah, it'd be no different.
Okay.
It'd be fun.
Austin's a bigger Nashville. It'd be too familiar.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound bad though. Not gonna lie.
It sounds awesome. Kill Tony specifically.
Yeah, and it's cheaper in the clubs, and it's like I heard
Yeah.
it's not as many bringers there anymore. It's just go do stand up.
My problem with Austin is the same problem I kind of have with Nashville. Is I would not do mics and I'd go to the lake and I'd go fucking fishing.
That's sick.
All the stuff I love doing.
That sounds so fun.
But here I can't do any of the stuff I enjoy.
Yeah, you have to drive like 45 minutes.
So I'm just like, let me just hit mics and get really good at stand up. I think I'd get too comfortable in Austin
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
and not do mics.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was talking to Thomas Mitchell about this, where it's like some people do start comedy later, and he said, yeah, you either pop off at 20 or 40, which is interesting. Like Cam Patterson has like an interesting just upbringing. Like he's from the hood, used to sell drugs.
Yeah.
But in that just like he turned that into comedy because he has like this whole more mature perspective and has like lived a life. Or you wait till or you just keep doing it till you're 40 or like 30,
And it finally
and then you
works
have
out.
some stuff and you work out the tweaks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, some people can get a big pop early.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be for you?
Next week.
Next
I
week.
don't, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Let's
It's
go.
interesting because I feel like with like social media and everything, you never know.
It's different now.
Yeah, it's so different. Like if you get a podcast clip to pop off or a sketch to pop off, you could get bigger off sketches, but then still be doing stand up, and then that was being parallel, you know? But like it's rough if you're really famous and you're still doing stand up, but you're more famous than good at stand up.
I think that's kind of that kind of Kill Tony era of people. Is they're very famous, but they're like a year in or something.
Oh yeah, I think Cam Patterson's like 2 years in. I
Yeah,
think.
so it's like
That's so much pressure.
it's got to be rough.
Yeah. I like the slow and steady thing, like how Louis C.K. said, like, I think he said he was doing like the same set for like 7 years and then threw it away one day and then made a new joke. And that's where he kind of found his voice. And right before he thought of becoming famous, or right when he gave up on becoming famous, that's when he got famous.
Yeah.
So like, I just want to.
He had given up completely on. He's like, I'm not gonna be one of the guys that makes it.
Yeah.
And then like that year, bang.
Yeah, that's interesting. So like, I feel like whenever I'm taking it too seriously, I'm like, why am I thinking about suicide when I'm just trying to say some funny rape stuff sometimes? You know, that's.
And also, it's like a big thing is like, you got to remind yourself, like, I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah, that's what it is. The sustainability of it.
So whatever happens is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be working at a Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this until I die.
Yeah.
So whatever happens is going to happen when it happens.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I just want to be having fun, not having a day job, and just be doing jokes and just doing whatever I want to do.
Also, if I can not have a day job, if I can do stand up without a day job, I've made it then.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal. All this like, you know, oh, I'm gonna be famous. Maybe like I'll get my own show. Fuck all that. If I can just do stand up and then trade that for meals, and like rent, that's it. Then you've made it. Everything past that is like icing. It's
true.
It's all cake after that.
It is. It's the cherry on top. Oh, I'm going to do arenas. I don't imagine myself doing arenas. That would be amazing.
What if we like split between like 100 comics to rent an arena for a night?
You want to have 100 comics go on?
Yeah,
We're
wouldn't
gonna
that be
do
funny
30
just to
seconds
say,
each?
yo, sold out fucking crypto. It's just a 20-person bringer each.
Oh, my God, dude.
Sold out crypto shows.
Just our crew of comics going up there fucking bombing. On your fucking theater.
And there's a lag in laughter too. The Jumbotron.
Dude.
That'd be kind of cool. How much is it to rent out the arena?
$100,000.
You think it's 100 grand?
150 grand.
Something,
Okay.
double that probably. Something stupid.
Okay.
This is a bad idea, I think.
But it'd be kind of like, look, fucking, we're on the Staples.
We made it.
Yeah,
But that's what I love about like social media now, and like, you know, it'll happen when it'll happen. I like that it's in house also, because you know we do the podcast, you do your show, we talk about the show on the podcast.
Yeah.
We come on the show, and it'll all I think it'll all morph into something. Also, I really like the guys we're hanging around with.
Yeah.
I like you and Dante. And Nick,
End of list.
Nick,
Maybe not Nick.
but and whoever else, it's a good group
fun.
of guys.
Yeah, because we're all like the same age, and it's like whenever I hear stories of like other comics coming up, I'm like, oh, cool, maybe we're in that phase right now.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like
like our own graduating class.
Yeah.
But we're in like 6th grade.
Yeah. I
Not
feel
even
like
there
a
yet?
freshman. Yeah, I see dudes like Logan Quiros. I'm like, all right, fuck, I'm not that good yet.
He's
Yeah,
a killer.
so good, dude.
Dude's a killer.
Who's
Yeah.
your guys' top comics that are like that you guys personally know?
Oh, I gotta throw Justin Close up there.
Yeah.
Oh, he rules.
We just saw him
So
last
funny.
night.
That's a
Hotel
good dude.
Cafe, murdered.
He rules.
He came in as like a last minute pop in because somebody
Nice.
dropped. Just came in, mopped the floor,
That's
left.
like hell yeah.
I'd love to throw Luke Roberts in there as well.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Another
He's up
one,
there.
not with us anymore. He's not dead. He's just not in L.A. Luke Walls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah, dude. I remember Nick and I were talking about him. He's 0% hack.
Yeah.
Just
Absolutely.
all straight up hits, and I'm like, how the fuck?
I don't know how he does it. We got to find a way collectively to get him back
How
to
does
Los
it-
Angeles.
What is it? Green card, deported,
Something. I
Smells
don't know. Or
bad?
one of us is gonna have to marry the kid or
All right.
something.
Someone fuck
I've
him.
offered. He said, nah, dude.
He's told me stories about how like, cause he's like very Christian. He's not gonna have sex till marriage, and how he's met girls on like Christian Meet or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they try to seduce him with nudes before the date, and then he ends the date just upset.
He's a man of conviction.
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
it's crazy. But like all that virgin energy that goes into jokes.
Yeah,
Killer jokes.
That's crazy.
dude, that guy's great.
But he's crushing it up there in Canada.
yeah.
Cool. What part of Canada is he in right now?
Not Toronto. Fucking the other one? Or is it Toronto?
I don't know.
Actually,
There's,
yeah,
like,
I don't
two
know why I
cities in
asked. I know
Canada.
like one city. There's
think
no
it's-
two, Vancouver and Toronto. And
one
in
of those.
between.
Alberta.
Okay.
Was
No,
it
that's not
Alberta?
it. That's Jordan Peterson.
Oh, you're right.
But he's crushing it up there in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he planning to come back?
He wants to, I think, last we spoke. He stays with us every time he comes back.
Oh, that's cool.
But I'm not sure now what his plan is.
Okay.
But when
Damn.
last we spoke, he's trying to get back, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's so good.
Killer.
Yeah. All right. Worst comic.
Nick Titoni.
I don't know you that well yet.
For sure. You met Nick Titoni?
I've met him in passing, I believe.
No, he's really funny, Nick. I'm just fucking with you.
Ryan, you're up there for me. You're up there for me, right?
No, come on now.
All right, fine.
You
no, no, I do think you're very funny.
Oh, thank you,
I
brother.
think you're very funny.
were talking about him before. We got to include Mike Sasson.
Yeah, he rules.
That guy, Mike Sasson, the assassin. Dude.
Yeah,
That guy
he
crushes.
rules. He's like he punked tests you though as a comic.
Uh-huh.
Where Eric Rocha, I forgot. He's one of my favorites. You guys know Eric Rocha?
No.
He's a Comedy Store Door guy now, but he was like a fourth wall guy for years.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he's very funny. Like the first time I did well at an open mic, I just tried crowd work at Fourth Wall NoHo. And then I was like, what's up with this? Are you gay? And then I was just like, my whole crowd work, like probably like 5 months in. And it was dumb. And then everyone just like was like, ooh, you don't know what you just did. And then he closed out the show and he was like, I was gonna work on new jokes, but I'm gonna dedicate this whole set to you. And then for 5 minutes he talked about how he was gonna rape me.
That's hilarious.
And he murdered. And then
so good.
That's a tough room to murder.
yeah. And he did so well. And yeah, like he was like, he's like a dick on stage kind of, but like off stage, he's like the nicest dude on
Yeah.
comics. Like one time I just asked for advice on a joke and he stayed for an extra hour for me to see how to work out the joke.
That's so nice.
And now he's like a Comedy Store Door guy killing it in the main room all the time.
Good for him.
He's one of my favorite
I'll
comics.
have to check him out.
Yeah, he rules.
We used to go to Mike Sasson's challenge flag mic,
Oh yeah, that ruled.
like right when we started.
Mm-hmm.
This was like, when we moved here, we were doing sidewalk mics because there was no indoor
Oh damn.
comedy.
that's-
It was terrible. But yeah, when we started going to his challenge flag mic, and yeah, he's like very tough,
Yeah.
very like,
He's like a football coach.
Yeah, because he was too, I think, right?
Legit.
Yeah, he was yeah.
and it's a bit intimidating, but
Yeah.
a sweetheart off stage.
Yeah.
and he gave us a lot of good advice.
Yeah, a
He rules.
lot of tough love.
Yeah.
Anytime I sign up for Fourth Wall NoHo and I see he's on the lineup, I go,
Like
ooh,
fuck. Yeah.
I have to kill tonight.
oh,
Yeah.
maybe I won't try new stuff.
Yeah,
It's
because
like-
sometimes you say a joke and he's just like, ha ha.
Uh-huh.
Like he says in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And there was another thing at the Fourth Wall NoHo for hazing for new comics is, you know how like the seats are like the floor of the seats are like hollow.
Mm-hmm.
So like what people do is if you're bombing, you just drop your keys. So you hear that pin drop. And I think
Oh.
Eric Rocha would do that. I think Sasson would do that.
That's
Yeah.
that's hilariously cruel.
Yeah.
yeah.
I cut you off. Sorry. What were you saying?
I was just thinking that I don't want to hear keys drop at Fourth Wall. That's
That's a tough room.
that is so nerve wracking.
I like that room though, even though sometimes it is 4chan in real life.
It
It
is.
is. It is a. I love that room.
That's the
it's-
perfect description.
Yeah,
of it, dude.
it's. I've heard I think 1 or 2 N-words.
Yeah, it's a rough place sometimes.
Both
Yeah.
of them are. When the cafe packs out, it's a good room. But when the cafe is a mic, it's like daunting.
Yeah.
Because there's like 100 seats.
There's a distance too between.
Yeah,
everyone.
and it's
yeah.
too bright. And
Everyone
it's
sits on one side for some
like,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's the mic where sometimes people walk by and be like, "Oh, there's comedy going in here," and they go to an open mic and never come back.
I've seen a few people walk out.
Yeah.
They'll come in, they'll be like, "What's going on?" "Oh, it's a call. I'll sit down for this comedy show." And they sit down. Someone's like, "So fucking the Jews, right?" And then they walk right out.
Yeah. It is funny, but I want to see someone do that for like Fourth Wall NoHo or something. That's where you see.
That's the
darkness
real.
of it.
That's like the real room, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
If you can crush at just like a 9 to 10 at Fourth Wall NoHo, whatever material you did, take that to a club. It'll
yeah,
do well.
that's true.
Fellas, I got to make a drink real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a leak. You want to lock this in or keep it rolling?
Let me lock it
You guys watch Joe List? Dude, Joe, his special was my favorite last year. I rewatched that special, I think, like 10 times. It's so good. Like, his constant go riffing is insane. And there's, like, barely dead air.
Joe List is so funny.
And he's, like, I feel like he's more like a comics comic, and I don't know why that is.
Have you seen any of their Patreon videos?
No, I haven't.
Go around. We just finished watching a lot of them.
Ooh.
They went to this fucking hell gig in Long Island, New York, and it was like, it was like a crab cafe.
Yeah, it's like a crab shack.
But it was just it was a great insight into like just this shitty fucking gig that they got paid and then go back to the city for. It was,
Damn.
It was like that's what you're looking forward to, and even seeing how shitty that was like, that beats the hell out of working a day job.
That's cool.
Joe List is. You seen his riffs? His like riffing videos on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Those are so funny because you just see no like bullshit
It's just so present.
when he talks. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just like, I'm just here. I don't care. I'm just talking. And he's being hilarious, but there's
Yeah.
no like gimmick. There's no act. He's just very much himself.
Yeah, he's completely himself. That's when you find one voice where you're the same on stage and off stage.
Mm-hmm. That you have to work on that so hard to where I'm saying this stuff no different than I'd say it just to you right now.
Yeah, that's so hard. I feel like being drunk kind of helps.
It helps, but it also
Right?
hurts. It helps, but it hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like then you get to a point where you don't care and there's no more punchline.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
The thing with like drinking and comedy is that
Yeah.
you reach a point where it doesn't help anymore. Like the first like year and a half, whatever that you're in it, you're just like so nervous. You're like, hey, 1 or 2 drinks before I go on stage.
Yeah.
It's like gonna calm the nerves. That's fine. But then I feel like your act gets to a certain point where it's like, oh, you can't go up and do this like a little buzz. You have to be like completely in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's wild. Ironic because I'm doing drunk new jokes, but yeah, some like
That's different. There's a stick to it.
But it's weird though, because like as a judge, if I'm going in the middle of a lineup, I've already taken 4 shots trying to riff something bad, and now I'm already there hammered. I don't care, and now I'm like 6-7 shots in. Or I like I'd be like, yeah, that was no good. I gotta.
Yeah,
I'll
but
get
you're not
spanked or
going
something.
up to You're not going to the improv and then taking shots before
That's
you
true.
go on stage.
Also, the other thing is that like you start getting better opportunities the further along you get in stand up, and like having a couple of drinks before an open mic is almost non-consequential. But if you get like a shot to like go on the main stage at the improv and do like a 5-minute showcase spot, you can't be fucked up for that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's completely different. Because at that open mic, 5 other comics are going to see you bomb probably. But like once you start getting legitimate, real shots to do like good stages in front of good audiences, you got to really make sure that you don't fuck that up.
Yeah.
I bring
that's
drinks
true.
to open mics.
Oh yeah.
I'll like a Yeti cup, pour a little vodka tonic in there, just go do an open mic, fuck around.
Yeah.
But I'm still there to work. I'm not drunk, but I'm like
Here's
got
like a
a
buzz.
drink,
Yeah.
That's
true.
But I'm not hammered at the Jester's Court
That'd be
fucking
funny.
show.
You should surprise everyone. Go blackout drunk. Do you ever do Do you guys ever do racist joke? I feel you guys are pretty clean, right? I want to see that. All right, could you guys help me figure out this bit, and we might have to censor it.
Let's do it. Let's
All right.
bounce some bits.
Okay. All right. So this sounds like more of a statement, and this always gets people up. Like I've gone screamed out by like 3 comics, I think, from this one. So basically, this is like an old joke, and I'm also uninformed. I keep like denouncing myself as I say this. So you guys know how
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Should we keep this?
We'll cut this part out.
All right, we're back.
We're back. Aldous just told a joke that he'll never tell again on stage. And, yeah, that's a tough one.
Maybe it's the absurdity I like in that. Like, because I feel like I find the darkness, like, that
You like to
entertains
really
me.
go for something just fucking nuts.
Yeah,
But I don't think you think it through all the way. You just like
You're
like
right.
the shock of just fucking saying something nuts.
fuck, I think you're right.
And then the crowd goes like, "Huh," and then you spend the rest of the time of the joke trying to defend yourself of like why it's okay.
Oh, shit. All right.
You almost open your jokes with a punchline. And then your jokes are like backwards almost.
Yeah, they start up here and then it's just like,
Oh no! Setup.
Fuck.
Ends
All right.
with a setup.
Learn joke structure noted. I got 3 weeks left without stand up. All right, I'm gonna sit on. So you think there's anything there right now that's just pure darkness and hatred?
Look, you're a good guy. I know where you're coming from as a comedian,
Okay.
but I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Do it, but figure it out
Okay.
like tomorrow.
Okay.
Like as soon as possible. Figure it out, or don't ever do it again.
Because I've been sitting on this for quite some time.
Oh,
It's-
this has been a.
and it hasn't changed. So I think maybe I just go to the drawing boards.
Maybe consider throwing it out, but
Maybe watch it work one day. And you're
I
like,
hope
wow.
that's your fucking closer.
It's my opener and my closer. They wanted an encore for it. Do you ever think
You should do
anyone-
it twice.
I hope it is.
Wouldn't that be sick for someone special to just do the joke 3 times slickly? It's like, fuck, they got me.
It takes a lot of balls.
Yeah.
But I was thinking you could do it. You could start a Drunk New Jokes podcast.
Oh, yeah. Mason and Sean were talking about that, too.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe like post show or, yeah, that'd be cool.
Well,
Post
post show,
show-
everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
too fucked up
Post-show
to
is gonna be
talk.
crazy.
Post show
but it'd
would be
funny.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's also like 10 mics. Yeah, we could. That would be cool. I think down the line, once we perfect the show, that'd be fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, you talk about the show, you promote the show, you tell stories from the show.
Yeah.
And then you just do the show, and then you show some footage, and
Yeah.
it'd be great. That's
I'm
a
excited.
whole thing you got going.
Thank you. We're printing merch right now.
Hell yeah.
And I was gonna do tasers, like Drunk New Jokes tasers.
I love the taser
Like
idea.
tasers,
Yeah.
but then right when we were about to order them, Alibaba, which we're gonna order it off of, they got rid of every single taser.
Oh no.
And I was like, it was literally, we missed it by like a day. But
Oh,
they've had
no.
tasers all these years up until we want one.
I wanted that taser from your last show so bad.
You could have it. I'll find it.
You threw it to Bo, I think.
He gave it back. You could have it. I'll
You
find
need
it.
to get the tasers that shoot. So like
Yeah.
someone's on one end of the stage and the other person's on the other, and you just shoot it at them.
That'd be cool. Just the
They
hangover
lock up.
type shit.
Yeah.
Have you guys been tased?
No.
By
Okay.
the zappy one, but not the shoot
exactly.
one.
It's more of like
No, I
a
don't
wake up.
assault women in parking lots. I haven't been tased in a
Oh,
while.
we are not the same. You ever have like one of those dark jokes and you're like, fuck, what if that happens to be true in the future? Like, what if someone's like, hey, like, not that I'm going to be like, hey, I'm planning to assault a woman, but like, what if a lady's like, yeah, he assaults women, and they cut back to this clip on a podcast and they're like, see, look, he said it in this joke.
I accepted
You
it
ever
a
think
long
about that?
time ago that,
Okay.
that no matter what degree of success I achieve, someone's going to
Fine,
dig up
that's true.
bombing 86 and find something.
Oh, that's true. But also, we're in the generation of like AI, so you could also just write it off.
It could all be fake. Also, just be like, I don't care. Fucking sorry.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's true.
We're,
Gillis made it back.
We're mad at you. All
Go
right.
Fuck yourself.
That's true.
Fine.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, Gillis made it back, so we're good.
Yeah.
If you can just
Goes
not
back, baby.
care, I think you'll be fine.
That's true. How much do you guys care right now?
Not that much.
That's cool.
Like he just said, when we started this podcast, we were like, whatever. I'm willing to stand behind and die on that hill of anything I've said
That's sick.
throughout. I'm not saying crazy shit, but
Okay.
and
That's true.
anything that makes it into the pod, I'm willing to stand behind.
Okay, that's true.
But we also don't say crazy shit. Like
Fuck, that is very true.
Yeah.
you
I
like to
just
say
said-
wild shit.
That's yeah. I just try to do a rape bit for about 3
Yeah.
minutes, and we're cutting that out.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you're very true. Yeah, that's. Did you guys ever have like a I'm gonna say fucked up shit as like a punchline? Like, did you guys ever have a phase of that as like a kid, just saying wild shit on Xbox Live? Or were you
Oh
guys
yeah.
more?
I mean,
okay.
yeah.
Like
I mean, we
N-word?
were more PlayStation.
Look, I played
Okay.
Modern Warfare 2. All right.
Okay, so you were in the N-word stage.
Hey, listen.
Everyone
We
right?
played the game.
Yeah.
That was just part of the game, actually.
It was.
It wasn't.
You had to do it.
It was part of the rules. You gotta
It's almost a term of endearment.
That's
when
true.
you think about it.
look. You had to take them and dish them out. You know.
That's true.
You know how many times I got called that?
How
So
many?
many times.
Yeah, I said it way too many. No, I didn't.
Look, you gotta.
Well, you retired. No, I feel like it got retired in 2017, right?
Wait, what happened?
Like saying the N word.
It retired?
Yeah, it got retired. That's what I think. Everyone was saying it in high school, like in a song. For me,
I think it's still cool.
do it. You don't care. You say you don't care.
Drunk New Joke.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Fuck, you're right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I think about that because you have like jokes like BN, and I'm like, fuck, that's so clever, and like everyone's gonna love that.
Well, it's just silly. It's
I
just
need
silly.
okay. I'm gonna challenge myself and try to have a tight, clean 5.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna try. Maybe that's where I find my voice.
You like to go into deep waters.
Yeah.
Where do you like source your material from? Like
Pornhub comments.
Pornhub comments.
No.
No, like what do you see that makes you go like, oh, I should say that in front of a bunch of people?
It's such a funny. I think it's whenever like I hear just wild shit and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, and it like
that.
excites me. Where it's like I think I just like the rush. Like I like skating as a kid because I'm like I'm so terrified right now, but I'm gonna try this 10 stair.
Hell yeah.
So that was like, that's what got me. So like same with like Muay Thai. Like I sparred for my first time last week against like, and I've never sparred in my life against like a 6'2" prison guard.
Oh God.
And then he was like, "Have you ever been in a fight?" He's like, "Yeah, I've been in like 5-1. I lost like one of them." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And we started sparring. And he said, "I'll give you as much energy as you give me." And I just went full send for no reason. And then like I accidentally kicked him in the balls. And then I felt bad. And then he got me where he like hit me in the face and then got me with an uppercut. And then my tooth bent and I had a headache for the rest of the night. But I was smiling towards
Headgear?
the whole thing. No headgear.
Oh,
no
shit.
headgear. Yeah. And no mouth guard either.
Yeah,
but then
dude.
like that excitement, I was like, oh yeah.
No,
So maybe it's excitement.
I respect the full swing. Not a lot of comics go for the full fucking swing.
Thank you.
You do it. You nail
That's-
it too. Most of the time.
But thanks. That's nice. I want you guys. What if we try to exchange like sets?
You don't want one of my sets, dude.
Come on, let's try.
So you just want to kill? Is that what you just want to kill for know what it feels like?
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. It's an experiment that I'm gonna do for a couple years.
I don't want your act. I don't want that. I don't want to walk up and fucking die. But no, I'm just fucking with you.
But I remember my friend did say this, where it's like it's easier if you're a race, not if you're a race. Well, if you're not white, to say race.
If you're not the best race.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Right.
So sorry,
think
guys.
that's
You
it.
guys can't say racist stuff.
No, I don't.
You guys are good at it, though. You
can-
guys are number one.
You can say racist stuff as long as it.
Yeah, it just has to work.
As long as it's funny. Yeah.
That's true.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I could talk about some touchy stuff and get away with it.
Can you try one right now?
Like what? What do you want me to say? What do I feel like you want me to
I do,
do
yeah,
something.
because I've never seen like you guys really go like, "Ooh, that was like a 4chan comment." I hear like wholesome funny. I'm like, "Fuck, that's so Nate Bargatze." How the fuck do you?
You should hear our
What?
personal conversations.
Well, fuck it, let's have it right now. That's what we're doing.
No, dude. So like, I'm fascinated with the way that other comics like gather material. Because for me, it's like, I'll literally just be standing in a checkout line, and there's this old fucking lady that's way too slow. She's got the cart that's not from the store and the headscarf, and she's 4'11", and that
Yeah.
sends me into such an internal rage that I'm
Yeah.
like, other people need to know about this. And that's like all my material. And then
That's
like.
cool.
It's like Ryan, kind of the same way, but it's more like introspective. He's like he looks in. He's like, why do I, act this way? So like how do you like what do you see that sparks you off where you're like, I've got to talk about this?
I
on
think
stage?
it's like I like it when someone pulls off saying something so fucked up, and they don't want to laugh, and they
Okay.
get a belly laugh, and that's so cool.
okay.
And it's like
It's like stuff you're not
it's like,
supposed to laugh
ooh,
about.
yeah, it's like the teacher, like, ooh, laughing when the teacher says you're not supposed to.
Okay.
I think it's that little
That's
bit of like
interesting.
wallness where I'm like, damn, and they pulled that off with hatred to an extent. You know what?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like to
Look,
ironic hatred.
I have
you
fucked
know?
up thoughts all the time, but
Uh-huh.
I don't say. Difference between you and me is I don't go up on stage and say them into the microphone. I fucking. I I'm so mad at the Mexicans at my gym who talk way too loudly in the sauna.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
So mad at them. I hate that there's 9 Mexicans talking really loud
Yeah.
in the sauna, and it's always when I'm in there. Why are they talking so loud and so fast? But I just don't go up on stage and I'm like, how about these fucking Mexicans in the sauna? Don't you guys hate Mexicans in the sauna talking loud? Like, I don't, you know
Well,
what
they
I
call
mean?
them wetbacks.
Yeah, fucking wet because of sweatbacks.
Yeah, it's
More like
wetbacks.
sweatbacks, bro.
Fuck. All right. Yeah,
That's pretty
good
good.
shit, dude. Right. So I call them
go.
sweatbacks, dude. Well, could you try that on stage?
No, you can have it.
You mean it?
That's yours.
All right. Cut that out so they know it's mine.
that's all-
JK,
that's
no,
all.
don't cut that out, Ryan.
Aldous has sweatbacks. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a. Could you just try out one joke on 6/8?
6'8", what's that?
The next drunk new jokes. Sorry, I should have just said the date.
Drunk, do a set?
Yeah, just do that one joke. And I'll try
do
a
the
clean one.
sweatbacks joke?
You do a sweatbacks joke.
Do the sweatbacks joke for the first time ever? Oh, fuck.
That's why they call them sweatbacks.
Oh, no, dude. I'll do it. Fuck
Okay,
it.
hell yeah. All right.
I'll be there, guys. Drunk new jokes.
Okay.
July 8th
Wait, no, June
June
8th. June 8th.
June
June 8th.
8th.
June 8th. Okay.
at Flashback.
Okay.
You're going to hear me say sweatbacks. That's not bad, actually.
Dude, I think that's so fun. It's more wordplay, half racism.
I'd have to pepper it in between talking about animals and fucking cars.
That one joke. You think that one joke by itself?
I'll do sweatbacks.
Okay. All right. We'll talk it through. Okay.
All right. Do you write?
I've been. No, dude.
Yeah.
No.
You almost had it. You almost had us all.
No. Yeah,
Yes, I do.
I'm doing like 2 jokes a day type.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing a 2 joke, but yeah, sometimes it is just this is just racism. And then I try to pitch it, and I'm like, that's all I got, and then it's like, this is our host for Fourth Wall. This
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel more of a let me figure out. I think Bill Burr does the same thing, where it's like I have this idea, let me try to talk about it on stage, and then it grows on from there.
That's big.
Listening to every single set.
That's big.
Are you guys sit down and write? Comics?
No, it's not writing in the sense of. So I was at the mall the other day, and it's more like like fucking one word, like fucking animals, and then I write just like lines that I don't want to forget to hit, but I know where it's all going.
Okay.
So it is written, but it's not like word for word.
I
It's just
tried
some
that.
straightaway ideas that
Yeah.
you go. Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
tried that for a long time. I tried to like sit down and write because that's what everyone like on the podcast that you like tells you to do. They're like, you have to sit down, you have to write, you have to type out all the words. I tried that. Never
It's
worked.
hard. Yeah.
Never worked. I'll just be like going throughout my day, and then I use my notes app a lot in my phone, and I'll just go like, fucking. Only Asians drive Hyundai Sonatas, or so. I'll write like a sentence, like just something on that, and then just go and do it a bunch of times until there's like a joke there.
And then
Okay.
the more the joke.
Say it again until you add on. Okay, yeah, I think I subliminally, I don't know if that's a word, but like I kind of do that a bit, and then just try to Okay.
And then the more tags you add, then you write down the tag. Like you'll write down
Okay.
just the premise of the joke, and then you'll think of a good tag, and then you'll write the premise, and then underneath the tag,
And then once you do it long enough, eventually it just becomes the like 2 words, 2 or 3
it gets
words.
sucked up into it.
Okay.
But yeah, not word for word.
Okay. I know Mark Norman does like he talks by himself for an hour. That's what he does.
I did that starting out.
Did it ever work?
Really?
I mean, it helped just like to get the words out.
Okay.
Because it's almost like doing an open mic, but with not,
Yeah.
I've paced around here saying my sets out loud before a show or something, but like word for word, I sometimes I'll get too. I notice I get too jokey. Like
Yeah.
it works on the page in my head alone in the room, but not actually in a crowd.
Yeah.
Like it gets too. Like
Too speech like.
yeah,
like
too
scripted.
jokey,
Yeah,
too scripted,
Yeah.
too weird, and not organic and funny.
That's true.
But it's very much just taking just a word, and you'll just say exactly how you feel about that fucking subject.
Okay.
You guys ever had that sweet miracle of 2 bits combining on accident?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like a transition. Now. That's
so
cool.
like you've had this bit for a long time that works, and it's on the work shelf. It's on like this bit will kill no matter what. And then 6 months later, you write something that is like, oh, I could do this before this joke. Bada bing, bada boo. Fucking awesome bit.
It's
it's
the
a
greatest
transition.
feeling ever.
That's sick.
when you can no longer do like a joke. I was at the bank joke, and then just hard cut like I was at the mall. Like when you find a joke that perfectly fucking fits, and now it's like an 8-minute joke or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or like a 5-minute joke. The first time that ever happened was I wrote a joke about animals eating, and about how it's weird that they can just eat anything and they're fine, but I have to fucking follow this food pyramid. It's a whole chunk.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, I came up with the Noah's Ark thing, where
That's cool.
where I talk about animals, and then that goes into animals eating, and then I fucking just roped it all in, and now it's like a 5-minute
That's sick.
fucking joke.
I wanna for you, Hayden. When do you know when you're gonna post a bit? Like,
Like on Instagram?
yeah, like are you like I'm done with this? I'm not gonna say it again, or do you kind of just like I kind of like this? I'm just gonna post it up there, even though it's not like if it's not. Yeah, how many times do you do a joke until you post it? Basically.
The only time I like post a video on Instagram is if like I do it on a show that's being filmed in high quality and it goes very well. I'm like, yeah, I'll throw that up there.
Oh, okay.
Because 100 people will see it, and then the show I'm doing next week, I can do that same joke again,
That's
and none
true.
of them will see it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can always repost it. You do the joke again, but it works a little better. Post
Yeah.
that one, delete the old one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're not playing with high stakes here on Instagram. I got like
That's
400
true.
followers, dude.
Okay. Do your hometown friends see you guys and there's like, no way, chasing the dream?
I mean, they're supportive. I don't think it's like, oh, you're going for it, and I'm a piece of shit. You know what I mean? It's supportive. Like,
That's cool.
I'll post like a really big show that and I'll talk about it in like the group text with your buddies back home, and like the night of I'll get a couple of like, dude, break a leg, like this is huge.
That's so nice.
They're real supportive about it.
I feel like people just from the South are so nice.
they're pretty nice. They're pretty
very
good people. They're very well-rounded.
They're the
people.
best people.
Yeah, they're because every time I meet a comic from the South, it's like so wholesome. Like D'Angelo Himes and like Parker Dean. I'm like, these are just genuinely good dudes.
Where are they from?
They're, oh well, fuck. I know it's from the South.
That's fine. You can just say the South.
South. I know it's the South.
Did you ever see them when they would go up on stage together?
No, I haven't seen that.
We met them at Fourth Wall once.
NoHo?
Yeah.
That's where I met him too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
And they used to go up on stage together. We saw them like 4 or 5 times do that, and they were funny. And then like you kind of don't see someone for a little bit. That's just how it goes. You just go to different mics and stuff. But then we started seeing them around, and they're both very funny.
Yeah.
Both very funny comics.
Yeah, Parker, he's finding a voice and like being like a character comic. That's the hardest to make me laugh when he's playing a character.
D'Angelo
Never-
is the
yeah,
only one on Drunk New Jokes that didn't have to take
He's
a shot.
never taken a shot
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
the reigning king.
He is. Yeah, that is cool. We're thinking about doing like awards.
Do you know the record for most shots?
Oh, might be like 7 or 8. Fuck.
It must have been the guy that brought his own bottle of Johnny Walker, right?
Who was that?
Oh, I forget his name.
There's
That
a couple
guy.
shows.
That
Look,
guy-
all the drunk new
that?
joke shows kind of run together. I'm not gonna lie.
That guy had a
No, me too. I'm like, I don't. And it's bad because I'm so drunk where I don't remember how anyone did. I'll be honest. Someone's like, "How I do?" And I'm like, "You probably had fun." It's such a bad thing as a joke where I'm like, I sometimes just don't remember jokes. I'll remember like 1 or 2 jokes of the night, and then I'm just like so ADD and drunk, and I'm like, "It is a good time."
Yeah, but that's your role, is like
Yeah.
MC of the whole night.
I love how you always end up taking more shots than necessary.
Yeah.
Like somehow you're the host, but somehow people rope you into taking a shot.
Yeah.
My favorite is like a comic will go on and like do a joke, and then you'll like punch in. You'll say your own comment, and then it'll flatline sometimes, and they'll be like, "You take a
All
shot."
this, that's a shot. All this, that's a shot. Take a fucking shot.
And the crowd turns on you, and you're like, "Ah, fuck, all right."
It's fun though because no one is really above anyone.
Yeah.
It's everyone's on the stakes of being hammered.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
There's a quote I heard. It's goes well for stand up. It's people aren't gonna remember like what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Fuck.
And that's
Creepy.
that's
Yeah,
a
that's-
good quote for your show. You don't remember
Thank you.
people's acts. You go to
Oh,
all these
that's
shows.
true.
You don't remember word for word the joke, but you remember, oh, you were funny as shit.
Yeah.
Or just like I don't remember the comics jokes, but I was in the crowd and I had a great time. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very true. Do you guys ever have comics say like, "Hey, how'd my set go?" And I'm like, "Fuck." Sometimes I'm just in my own head worrying, or I'm like, "I don't remember." You know, I'm like, I think maybe like 80% of the time, I'm like, dude, I feel like.
Or you don't want to lie to them. You don't want to be like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be like, it was pretty good. You kind of want to try to give an honest answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
But there's some comics who actually are just so in the moment and watch every single set and can remember. Like Nick, that piece of shit. Nick Dervasula, that fucking
piece of shit.
He could he's like, yeah, you had a tag here, you could add it here and then here. And I'm like, oh, that's such a good note. Thank you. He's like, how'd I do? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's pretty good.
yeah, you're awesome, dude.
If only he remembered his calendar the way he remembers tags.
That's very true.
That's what you need, though, Nick. It shows that he's honest. Because you don't want to get lied to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's good to have friends who are like, yeah, that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
the best thing you can be is honest.
Yeah.
Because Ryan's been to all the sets, and I've walked off stage after a couple of shaky sets, and then you have those, they're not like friends, they're just kind of like, outside people.
Yeah.
And they're like, they give you the, hey,
good set, good set.
Yeah, good set.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And
Like,
then on the car ride home with Ryan, he's like, that was bad. I was like, I know. That sucked.
It's good to
And
have
vice
that.
versa.
It's very good to have it.
You were talking about throwing up.
Yeah, I was losing. I was telling my mom, and I was calling home, and because I'd have a panic, I'd be crying before shows, and I was losing weight, and I couldn't eat the whole day until.
You were on that Ozempic, dude.
Wait, what?
You were on that Ozempic, right?
Ozempic? It's a weight loss drug. All right, never mind.
Yeah, I was pre-gaming off of that.
Yeah.
That and Blue Chew. It was a weird But yeah, I was just I would have a panic attack. I'd throw up. I would be crying, and then I'd go do it, and then I'd be like, all right, did it, and
To
I'd
push
finally
through
eat
that
a
is
meal for
amazing.
two.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
What do you so when did you finally start overcoming the violent urge to need to puke before every show?
I feel like it was 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
how
was-
long were you in it then?
I feel like maybe a year and a half or so, because it was at Emerson we were doing at the park shows we were doing 3 a day, and then that it was once a week 3 a day, and then that kind of pushed me, but it was also the school was pretty much high school, so it's it's just a row of buildings, and it's in front of the park, so it's the same people you go to class with.
Yeah.
And then it's also the jokes. I'll do race jokes in front of a very little crowd. So then I bomb one show in front of 100 people. You'll see him in class, and you're known as the racist guy forever.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, you had that stink on
I
you,
had
man.
that stink on me, which sucks.
Damn.
And then which is fair. I look at me, I'm angsty, but all right, I see. Maybe it wasn't witty yet, and it still isn't.
Oh, God.
But it was.
Did you have people not make eye contact with
It
you
was
in the hallway?
that.
Kind of deal?
It was that where it's but then I'm doing it also ironically on stage, or am I? But, but I'm doing it ironically on stage. But then people meet me. They're like, dude, I've heard so much bad stuff about you. You're actually a nice guy. And I'm like, what have you heard?
Your act?
And I'm like, God. But to be fair, for some jokes, it was I'd go up, which ironically, this was a similar joke Burr did, parallel thinking, but he had a similar bit where I was like, yeah, everyone here acts like they're not racist, but everyone's internally racist. Close your eyes and imagine a 7-Eleven worker. What do you see?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, or imagine a basketball player. What race are they? Or what race is he? And then someone said, this was in front of 100 people. Someone said, why does it have to be a he? And then in unison, the whole crowd was like, yeah. And then just bomb. And it was, yeah, I was
that sounds
throwing
like the
up
worst
after.
crowd to learn in front of
Yeah,
of
I
all
was
time.
crying in my room. It was crazy. But it was a trial by fire thing, because it was try to be so funny that even the people who don't agree with the humor find it funny.
Yeah.
So when you were hovering over the toilet, spilling your guts, was it there ever a moment where you were like, dude, I should stop this? Why am I puking every night trying to do
I was
this?
I remember I thought about this podcast clip that Louis C.K. said, where he had this fucked up premise of a bit, and it's just taking the air out of the room. But he was it's taking the air out of the room, but I gotta do it to figure it out. And there was that mindset where I'm there's a little bit of I gotta do it, but it was also the rush of doing it.
Yeah.
I was yo, that was crazy.
That's
and it's
insane.
that high. It was, I think, probably 12 maybe 10 shows before I finally killed.
Nice.
But till then, I was throwing up. Well, I was throwing up after that period, but I was I remember just getting like my first high. It was like one of those kills where everyone like shakes your hand. They're like, dude, that was so funny.
That's critical.
I was just like, I threw up, didn't eat for the past like 12 hours, and I haven't killed, and I was just like on cloud 9 where I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I gotta
This
keep-
is
I
like-
gotta
yeah,
get
I gotta
more of
keep
this.
going.
That'll
And I
carry
just-
you through a lot.
Yeah, that's what it was. And it was like, even though I lost like 10, 15 pounds throwing up.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was.
He's still throwing up.
Yeah, I'm keeping it low key.
Now he's just throwing up after drunk new joke. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's still throwing up.
But yeah, it was fun. But now that I'm not throwing up, so like I throw up before shows, but then when I'm on stage and I'm like, fuck yeah, like I
Yeah.
feel good. But sometimes I'm not nervous before shows, and then I'm on stage and I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a weird flip?
It's
like
terrible.
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe I want one more than the other.
Sometimes
But-
I've been so not nervous that makes me nervous. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's what it is.
I'm about to go up and do 8 minutes in front of 80 people, and I'm chill.
Yeah.
That's why am I chill? I shouldn't be chill. I should be freaking out, and then I
Yeah.
psych myself out, and it gets fucked up.
But like when you're on edge, that's when you're like, go,
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you're in that flow state.
When you're in that when you're doing that Luke Roberts looking in the mirror, you know, that's when you know you're gonna kill.
Yeah, I gotta look in the mirror. You're not racist.
yeah. When you're locked in.
Yeah. I've said this before. I'll like anytime I have like a really big show coming up, like this could lead to like opportunities. This is a big deal. I don't think about it. Like
yeah.
the entire week leading up to it, the entire day leading up to it, and I condense like a week's worth of freaking out into the 5 seconds when they go, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
and then I go, and
Really?
then I'm like right on stage.
Damn, you control your emotions like
No,
that?
no,
Oh.
it's the opposite. I can't.
Oh.
I can't.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I squeeze it all into 2.5 seconds, and then it's like a week's worth of stress right before I'm getting on stage. I need to learn how to like not do that.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have a heart attack at 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. I'm still kind of so you are stressed for that week.
No, I'm not.
You're not
he
stressed,
puts
but
it
you
off.
put it on at the. But how do you put it off?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you put off that stress?
I just don't think about it.
That's crazy.
I act like the
What?
event doesn't exist.
Fuck, that's
And
so
then-
impressive.
And then once I know that I'm like 10 seconds away from not being able to back out of this, I just go like, and just squeeze it all into that second, and then go, all right, guys, here we go.
that's cool though. That's
It's
just,
not.
What?
It's very painful and
Now
bad.
you're like,
Whoa.
Now you're like, there's no turning back. Here we go.
Yeah, I have to wait till it's like inevitable. But I feel like I'd be better off just like spending a week stressing out about it.
Really? It's
Yeah.
that bad for that little.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anytime someone calls me to the stage, just know in that like 2.5 seconds, I'm considering eating gun. So
Damn, that's crazy. I've never. That's a good control of your emotions though.
it's something. I don't know. It's been working so far.
You guys have a gun in here?
No.
No, come on, no
Really?
way,
No.
no way,
No.
Okay. All right. Me neither.
no guns, no, no
Shocker.
guns in here. There's no guns close by, within reach. Come on now, come on. What are we from Tennessee? What
Yeah, come on, man.
the hell are you talking
You
about?
guys are
over here?
awesome. This is
Fucking the feds watch this show. If I get a show, I assume for like the week and a half out, I'm like I assume it's gonna go terrible.
Oh, okay.
And then, but then the closer I get up to the show, I'm like, okay, no, you're just freaking out. You get it. Day of, I'm kind of like, oh fuck. But then there's a piece in knowing like it's gonna go how it's gonna go. Get up there and do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But just doing it is like there's this one time the most nervous I ever got was back in Nashville at just an open mic. I took my name off the list.
Oh,
I got nervous. I was
Oh,
sitting in
damn,
the
what
crowd
was-
and my leg was shaking and I went up to the host and I was like, I gotta go. My fucking mom died. and I took my name off the list and I drove home and I felt like the biggest piece of shit.
Oh yeah, that's when you back out.
Coward. And I've never done it since. I've never
That's cool.
gone to a place and taken my name off.
Yeah.
Because that was a worse feeling than just going up there and bombing.
Yeah.
But that was within like
that's
the
it.
first 10 mics.
Yeah.
So
Did you ever have that where you wanted to like do a mic, but then you was like at a slotted, and then you had to go first, and then you were like thinking of like asking them, like, "Hey, can I go last?" But then they'd be like, "No, what?"
I've done that with at mics, but like when a buddy is hosting, I'm like,
Oh, okay.
put me in the fucking
Okay.
middle, you know.
But yeah, I don't.
Tom Kelly used to hook us up at Badger and Jam. With
Oh,
the,
hell
like,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Hell yeah.
You want a Zin?
I've never tried one.
Oh, would you like it?
Let me think about it. Because I get drunk sometimes, and I'm like, maybe today's the day I start smoking cigarettes.
Actually,
But-
I haven't had a cigarette in 6 months now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
I think I've officially quit smoking. I think
fuck yeah, it looks so cool.
It is cool. It's the coolest thing ever.
It's the greatest thing.
If I ever saw a child or someone below the age of 18, I'd tell them, start smoking. It makes you look sick.
Fuck, we gotta clip that.
I only smoked
Put it out
because
there.
of how cool
How
it made me look.
Mm.
What do you feel from the Zins?
Oh, it's just like a Nick buzz.
Oh,
A Nick Dervasila
Nick
buzz.
Russell buzz?
Yeah.
Just feel like a piece of shit for a bit. And you snap
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of
I
it.
just bail on all my
Yeah.
things.
Have you ever
I'm-
smoked a
you just
cigarette?
feel I'm a bad friend. I think I took like a hit of like a spliff once.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I think that's like half weed, half cigarette.
Oh.
You smoke pot?
I get really nervous when I smoke weed. Do you?
I hate pot.
I feel like most comics don't like pot. Like I feel like it's just our too many thoughts. Maybe.
I think for like you said, for most comics, it brings out the bad instead of the good.
Yeah.
I get so crazy paranoid.
Yeah, me too. I'm like everyone hates me.
Yeah.
Well, I get that sober too, but
Yeah, but it brings it out
yeah,
worse.
it brings out more.
Yeah, and then you're sitting on a couch. You're like, I'm not saying anything. I should say something right now so they know
Yeah.
I'm alive.
I get you know how in GTA where like you die and then it gets slow mo and you're wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I try like a joke when I'm high and no one laughs, I just turn over and I feel in slow mo, just wasted.
Yeah.
Everyone hates me, dude.
Yeah.
Have you guys done Molly? Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Well,
I've done acid.
oh, whoa.
Didn't like that either. Not because I had a bad trip, just because the trip sucked.
Okay.
I was just like, this is acid. Fuck that. I would just rather drink. And all
Oh,
my
damn.
buddies were like having such a great time. They're like, "Ooh, the walls," and I was like, "That's annoying."
Yeah, damn.
Like acid was annoying.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I wish I wasn't on acid and I was just fucking hammered.
yeah, I think about that when I'm high on weed too.
Yeah?
I'm like, I didn't need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main thing with pot is, I like to know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And with pot, it's so random. You could take a hit of a joint and be like, "Oh, I feel great," and then next week take a hit of some other joint and then you're fucking
Dead.
blasted.
Yeah.
You're like, but I did the same thing. I hit a joint. Why is this one? Why am I fucking blacked out now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
with booze, I know exactly what I'm getting.
It's very
Yeah, that's
measured.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that was back in Tennessee. Like in college, it would be like this was like ditch weed, and then the other guy had the chronic from Cali or
Yeah.
whatever. You know.
Damn.
I don't like the fucking mystery of it all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never consistent.
I like to have a few drinks.
I love taking acid though.
really.
You liked acid? Mm-hmm. Did you ever do mushrooms?
That's dude all the time. So
Oh,
my
yeah,
my
that's
college
cool.
house, it was me and my buddies in this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and we lived there for like 3 years. And like every single weekend, we would just like Molly, coke,
Dude.
LSD. We smoked DMT a handful.
Whoa,
of
you did
times.
DMC?
Dude, that was fucking nuts. Because it felt it like it's only like a 10-15 minute like high, but like I died twice.
Whoa.
You know, it was fucking gnarly. But acid was fun because you could just like pop in a couple of tabs and then I'd just like lay on the staircase and watch the ceiling for about an hour.
That's cool. Do you live more? Because I feel like when I am on something, I think more internally than living externally. Like maybe that's what it is. Because you enjoy it, but because your jokes are more external, and you don't enjoy the drugs because you're more internal.
It's all.
Thinking-
If I'm on pot, I'm gonna
It's
kill myself.
Yeah, and then you enjoy.
I don't even like pot.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. I never like smoking marijuana, and I've tried it a million times, and every time I'm like, well, maybe this time, and it never works out. I always
Yeah.
hate it. But doing acid was just so much fun.
Damn. I hear though it could activate like schizophrenia in your family if you have it. So I don't want to try it.
I haven't done it in like 9 years. It was
Okay.
it was a while. Really, I did like a bunch of drugs at that house, and then moved out, and haven't done anything since.
Oh, okay. Damn.
The hard shit's behind me.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find me fucking.
Yeah, I'm
doing
not
the
gonna.
crazy
Yeah, I'm not
shit.
gonna do that here. I'm not even gonna smoke pot.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to. I have to go to work. I got
Yeah.
mics to do. I got shows. I have too much going on.
Shit
Yeah,
going on, not
that's
just
true.
losers in a house.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what everyone was.
It takes that environment where it's like you and all your buddies that have nothing going on. You have your shitty fucking
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings day job that you don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
That's an environment that's very conducive to like, taking a bunch of drugs. But like when you have something you're trying to achieve,
Yeah.
or like, what is it, goals to reach.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't just be popping mushrooms every night, dude.
Do you ever look at people differently? Because I feel like we're always surrounded by people who are like we're going after something, but when you're around people who are just like work, gonna go do cocaine, that's it for the rest.
Yeah.
That's my plan for next year. Are you kind of like what the fuck?
Absolutely.
I try
And I'm-
not to surround myself.
Yeah,
with
that's
those
what.
people.
And
yeah.
like I don't know if it's like I look down on them, but there kind of is, where it's like
do.
yeah, but yeah, like we do for sure. But like, and it's like to the point where I'm like, I don't even know how to talk to you. This is crazy. You're
Yeah.
like, are they dodging life? Or are they? What is that?
There's people I know people from growing up who are content with just doing the fucking day job or taking over the dad's business.
Yeah.
And just that's it. That's their life, and it's a small, simple life.
Yeah.
And good on them, but that's not what I want. I want to really fucking
Yeah,
go
I
for
wanna do
something big.
Yeah,
Swing big, like Aldus's jokes.
That's right.
very lackluster most of the time, but we're trying.
All this hits dingers, dude.
When it hits. When it doesn't, oh,
Fucking
it's a
Babe
bad
Ruth.
night.
Yeah, dude.
When's the last time you thought, or have you thought like, I'm gonna quit stand up? You ever think that?
Every morning.
Okay.
Every single morning,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I wake up sitting in my twin mattress
Yeah.
with my pink sheets,
Hell yeah.
and I just go, why didn't you just be a fucking lawyer or something, dude?
A plumber.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
Mine was last week.
Really? Okay. All right. This is comforting to know. Yeah.
When you actually pulled me up on stage last week at the Drunk New Joke show, which I didn't know you were pulling me up.
Yeah. It's a little joke.
That was
I like to do.
100% genuine, by
Yeah,
the way,
it's
which
a-
I loved.
it's
I
a
love
fun
that you
joke
didn't
to-
tell him before,
I
because
say
it really
with
put him
Chris
in the
Keen.
moment.
Yeah. Same with Chris Keen. No anticipation. Just go. It's so funny.
Dude, Nick pulls up the last Try Not to Suck Mike show, I think it was.
Yeah.
He pulled up Chris Keen 3 different times. It was so fucking funny. Yeah. He pulled him
He
up
ran
once.
out of shit at the end. He's like, what am I even doing?
Yeah, it was so funny, bro. I love the random minute. Fuck, that's so gold.
That's funny.
But yeah, I didn't do stand up for like 2 weeks,
Oh wow.
and you
Well, it's
called
because
me
you
up.
crushed it at your show at Hotel Cafe.
I had a great set there,
Yeah.
and I felt good. And then I just went into this rut of not coming up with new shit. And yeah, I didn't go to a mic for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
And then you called me up, and I was legit nervous. I was like, oh fuck, I'm out of it.
Yeah.
And then I did that, and I haven't even done stand up since then.
Wow. Okay.
I'm in a bit of a low right now.
Okay, that's good to know because whenever I see other comics and someone's killing, I'm like, fuck, how often are they going up? I have to work hard as that. But it's good to know a good amount of comics do take those mental breaks just to
Absolutely.
okay, because like
you have to.
yeah, okay, that's good because I would like talk to like a comic I look up to, and I'd be like, how often did you go up starting off? And they'd be like 3 times a day, and I'm like, 21 mics a week. What?
Yeah.
I want to fucking learn chess again, or like
Yeah.
you know. But okay, that's cool to know.
Hey,
Well, also when you hear stuff like that, you got to understand like their situation was definitely different than whatever situation you are in now.
Yeah.
Because like we get up as much as we can, but also we're juggling like a day job, and
Yeah,
then you have
same.
to go to fucking Ralph's and get the goddamn groceries.
Yeah, it's-
once a fucking week.
And you got to go to
That's-
your friends' shows, which
Yeah.
I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
But it is it does take away from time of you getting up
Yeah,
on stage.
and then we have to do the podcast every night, so it's like you really just have to. At the end of the day, you have to do the best you can with what you got.
Yeah, without killing yours. All right, that's a good.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's the thing: at the end of the day, like missing an open mic on a Tuesday night when you have something else to do isn't gonna mean that you're not gonna get a Netflix special. Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna be
That's
the
true.
make or break thing.
Yeah.
But like, just get as much in as you can when you can.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a balance.
It's just living life.
And you got a lot on your plate, running this show. How are you feeling right now? Today.
Right now, I was kind of stressed this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then yeah, you guys asked me else to pod. I'm like, this is gonna. I was kind of like, I don't know. I feel kind of weird today, but then I'm glad I did it, and I feel good.
Well, we're so glad
It's
you came,
Good.
bro.
This is the longest we've ever talked. We've talked most, I think, like 3 minutes.
Yeah, just in passing.
Yeah, just
and
in
that's why we
passing.
love getting people on the pod, man. Get to know them more and really build the relationship where it's not like coworkers that you see at mics. And
Yeah.
shit. To build a legit friendship and
It's a lot more nice getting to know people instead of just interacting with that was fucking shit, dude. The hammered fucking
Yeah, everyone just
man.
hammered. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That was great, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm honored. Fuck you, Nick. Look at this opportunity.
Fuck you,
you're
Nick
getting.
DeVos.
Look what you
bro.
missed.
Lacking, you
Look what
fucking
you
idiot.
missed.
Bombing
Okay.
episode 111.
Dumbass.
You got anything
Thanks
you
for
want to plug?
watching.
Drunk New Jokes. Check it out. 6'8".
6'8".
Dropping a promo video, which I'm very excited. I want to show you guys a promo video.
Please
I've been working
do.
on this. I wish you guys were in it, but it was a double schedule for all these other stuff. But that's 6'8".
So Nick put it together.
Yeah. Yo, Nick, fuck this up for me. All right, yeah, that's Drunk New Jokes. Check it out and have fun. That's what you got to remember. Have
That's
fun.
it, man. And I'll be
All right.
there doing the sweatbacks joke once I figure that out.
Hey, can you do a minute also, back to back?
Huh?
You do a minute also.
I got a minute.
Okay, hell
I
yeah.
could try that Jew joke.
Okay, hell yes. Text me so I remember.
We'll do
All
it.
right, Okay.
Email the
Cool.
podcast, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Tune in next week for episode 112. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I've been
Good
ALDUS.
night.
Thank you, Nick. You fucking idiot.
Fuck
All right.
you, Nick.
All right, bye.
Fucking banned forever, Nick.
That was fun.
That was good, bro.
Hell yeah, fun.